Hi, hello, and welcome to Spreadsheet Life Excel Challenge number 10. In this video, I will be testing your skills working with statistical functions in Excel. As always, you can use the link in the description to download the workbook. That way, you can try out each question yourself before you watch me do it. That said, let's get to it. Okie dokie. For question number 1, your task is to write a formula to calculate the number of cells containing text values. I recommend using the count and count_a functions to accomplish this task. You will use the count function to count all numbers, and then the count_a function to count all non-empty cells. You will then subtract these two values to get back the number of cells containing only text values. So, in cell E5, enter the formula equals count_a function, select the data range, close parentheses, minus count function, select the data range, close parentheses, and enter. And just like that, you get back the number of cells containing text values. Awesome. Let's move on to question number 2. For question 2, your task is to calculate all of the listed metrics. So, starting with the maximum, select cell F4 and enter the formula equals max function, select the sales numbers, close parentheses, and enter. And that gives you the maximum. Now for the minimum. Select cell F6 and enter the formula equals min function, select the sales numbers, close parentheses, and press enter. And that gives you the minimum. Next is the median. To calculate the median, select cell F8 and enter the formula equals median function, select the sales numbers, close parentheses, and press enter. You now have the median. Now for the arithmetic mean. Select cell F10 and enter the formula equals average function, select the sales numbers, close parentheses, and press enter. And that gives you back the arithmetic mean. Finally, you need to calculate the third smallest total sales number. To calculate this value, select cell F12 and enter the formula equals small function, select the sales numbers, and then add a comma, then enter a 3 to get the third smallest value, close parentheses, and press enter. And with that, you are finished with question 2. On to question 3. For question 3, your task is to calculate the average total sales for all Western regions. In other words, you want to calculate the total sales for all regions containing the value of West. And so, in cell E5, enter the following formula equals average if function, then select the regions in B5 through B12. Now for the second argument, enter in a quotation mark, asterisk, West, asterisk, and a quotation mark. Finally, for the third argument, select the total sales numbers in C5 through C12, then close parentheses and press enter. The average if function looks in B5 through B12 for any cells containing the text value of West. The asterisks or wildcard characters on either side of West ensure that any text coming before or after West is considered a match. So, the only criteria here is that West is somewhere in the cells being evaluated. And finally, the average if function calculates the average of all cells in the same row as those cells containing the text value of West. How awesome is that? Well, now that we're done with question 3, let's move on to question 4. For question number 4, you are asked to count how many sales agents from the North region are among the top 5 performers. So to solve question 4, you need to start by ranking the sales agents using the rank function. Now there are a few different versions of the rank function that you can pick from, but I will be using the rank.eq function simply because it is the one that I like to use most often. That said, go ahead and select cell E5 and enter the following formula. Equals rank.eq function, select the total sales number in cell D5, then add a comma, and select all of the sales numbers in D5 through D14. Then, press the F4 key to make this an absolute reference, and finally, close parentheses and press Enter. You can then double-click the fill handle to calculate the rank for each individual sales agent. Okay, now that you've calculated the ranks, you just need to count how many sales agents from the North region rank among the top 5. To pull this off, select cell G5 and enter the following formula. Equals countifs function, and select the regions in C5 through C14. Then add a comma and type in North in quotes. Then add another comma and select the ranks in E5 through E14, and add a comma, and then enter quotation mark, less than or equal to 5, quotation mark, close parentheses, and enter. The countifs function then counts only those sales agents from the North region who have a rank less than or equal to 5. And that officially completes question number 4 in your 10th Spreadsheet Life Excel Challenge.